project what I need to see upon you, and I do believe that everything is meant to be in some form or another, but we don't know enough about this yet. I said we don't know, yeah, we don't know enough, yeah, yet, but don't you forget we learned all we need and we earned everything that we have, and we burned all our bridges, but certainly not taking one back, so I don't know where we're headed, but if it's anywhere far from here, darling, I can't wait to finish what it business for the world. Ooh. Well, I've been riding with my head down low, but I've been sitting with my feet up. Living la vida loca, nice to meet ya, mamacita, hola, venga chica, muy bonita, no más, hay que read ya like a G posta, we shall leave now, me, I need to focus. I better stop talking like that. She a big girl dog and I ain't calling her fat. She 20 and she class A like she bought in the pack. She says, what you doing, Maze? You was smarter than rap. I said, I don't know, babe, I haven't thought of it yet. I got lots of plans but no time to spend. There's no common sense in my mind to sin. I'm in a lot of shit and I'm not proud of it, but in my defense, I've been honest with you. And that's all you could really ask for. If your glass half full and my glass half poured, ain't no rewind button, living life and fast forward. Oh Lord. Every time I lay my eyes on you, I project what I need to see upon you, and I do believe that everything is meant to be in some form or another, but we don't know enough about this yet. I said we don't know, yeah, we don't know enough, yeah, yeah, I said we don't know, yeah, we don't know enough, whoa, hold on for me, hold on for me, I don't know how this happened, I'm falling backwards quite comfortably, numb, and then suddenly, I just wanna be right next to your mattress, my belt is unfastened, I'm young and I'm free and dumb, and I won't run from no one but myself.
What is going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome back to Real Deal Futures. If you're new here, my name is Zach. I will be looking at trading ES on the 1 minute chart here straight from my TopstepX platform. Topstep is my preferred prop firm of choice. Got a 50K combine loaded up. Looking at this, what I would describe as just kind of difficult to work with price action and market structure. Take you guys through my morning, what this looked like for me as we're coming through this week in September. Today is Wednesday, September 11th. So just kind of breaking down what we saw overnight, what I was looking for, and then this movement that we're looking at right now here on ES. Consolidation after sell-off at the beginning of September. Broke to the downside on this news here, right? CPI today, red folder news. Let's get back to the 1 minute, actually. Cracked to the downside on this CPI news, immediately pushed back up. I was feeling like this was pretty bullish. Did have somewhat of a long bias coming in. Held off on all of my initial trade setups that would not have played. Stayed patient again. No trades for me yesterday or Monday, which is really uncommon for me to go continual back-to-back days with no trades in accounts. Was looking potentially for longs down around this area if this was going to continue. Maybe we wick down below this news wick. Obviously that failed. Was not looking short here at all just yet, as we're still within this range. Down around the bottom here, prior day low. Was considering a potential, again, aggressive long off of this, somewhat of an aggressive long off of this. Stayed patient. That broke very quickly. Took a short trade right here as we started to break down. Not even really a break and retest. This was the most aggressive move that I could do to get into this. We're below prior day low, below VWAP, below overnight low, all my levels that I like to see to say, hey, you know what? Time to trade for some extension to the downside. Was a little bit aggressive managing risk on this one. Stopped to break even right here after moving into profit. Would have moved to a little past a 1-to-1. I didn't have a super wide stop loss on this one. I'll go ahead and share this all with you guys in the free Discord, of course. Broke to the downside on initial balance low. At no point here am I looking long until we get way back up here. So we pull back. I waited until we got over here. Yeah, so we pull back, pull one of these moves. I wanted to see us come above this. I felt like we did have some liquidity up here. Wanted to see us come into this area, kind of check this zone out if we were going to pull back before we continue. So didn't get short over here just yet. Got short somewhere as we were starting to sell off right here. Anticipation of breaking this low. Not really waiting for a whole bunch of structure on the 1 minute, considering this a pullback and then the sell back off. Again, following this gnarly downtrend, you could see how that played. That was one full stop out, and then I had another break even short. I believe I was looking short up here. Yeah, maybe somewhere over here. Got stop loss to break even, just trying to protect the position, and that was break even. So small red, one full stop on the XFA today. I'm not getting long on something like this, again, until we come way back up, erase so much of this move to the downside, and say, okay, now we're going to pull the same move that we pulled yesterday and the day before, which I don't see happen really often, where we just have massive breaking below, sellers in control, find support, and then continue back up. That's what we had today. That's what we had yesterday. If you go back and look at the chart, here we go, all the way off and then all the way back up. Here's what we had on Monday. All the way, break to the upside, all the way back down below the low, all the way back up above the high. For me, and all along the way with these moves, if you do want to get long, you're not even really getting a clean break and retest here on real low time frames. Here's the high broken in the uptrend. Here's the high broken in the uptrend. No pullback to it. Just not it for me, guys. Some of my guys in my community did well. A lot of them did well. I am proud to hear that from you, but I'm impressed because this is pretty garbage for me. Again, I stayed real patient yesterday and Monday. Glad I did. Really, anything I would have put on would have ended in, at best, a break even, if not a loss. Today, that's where I'm at. Again, looking to get short as soon as we start breaking prior day low, even before initial balance is put in. That's my move there. I'm not taking an opening range breakout. I take the opposite type of trade from that. Got short down here, break even. Short again down here, low in the zone, stop out. At no point, again, am I flipping long after this type of a move. After ES is chopping around, consolidating, breaks out below all of the lows looking left, at least the most recent. I threw some extra zones on here so I could have some reference. I'm not just looking to flip long, try to catch the bottom. Broke initial balance low, really didn't continue at all today, and here we are back above initial balance. So some of the common stats just not playing out today. We might end as the traditional 9/11 date often does, which is with a green day. It's an unusually strong statistic that 9/11 ends as a green day on the U.S. Indices. So again, watching Bookmap over here to the side, we do have some liquidity sitting up here, which I believe is going to be above this next line in the sand. It's actually a little bit below. Yeah, right at 59. I'm going to call that, 55.29. Maybe 55.29 and a quarter. We got some liquidity up there. Down below price, nothing crazy until we get way, way, way far down below. Down at that 52.50 level, huge stack of liquidity down there, still on the book. So not a whole lot to trade short side with this. But again, just really not it for me, guys. I'm glad some guys did well. I saw most of the stuff that I saw on social media or, traders sharing. guys that trade live was they got smoked if they did trade Monday or Tuesday, or they stayed patient. I'm surprised to see so many guys doing well today, unless we're just trading off of what we saw yesterday. But this is a whole bunch of garbage. Huge sell-off, starting to find the trend, turn on a dime, tight trend back up, not really providing any clear way to get in, at least by my standards, outside of like maybe you're taking in an uptrend, 5-minute bar trading below prior bar low, in a downtrend, 5-minute bar trading above prior bar high, just a quick pullback in price action, not really on structure. If we were looking to get long on this looks like the shot. This break and retest right now. Overnight high, prior day high, 15-minute opening range high, initial balance. These are my levels right here. We've broken above that, retesting it. We've got liquidity up here. Long looks like the play. Stop loss way below here. I'm not convinced that we're not just going to rotate back into the zone and pull some ridiculous move to the downside. But I'm looking long on this. As you could hear from my voice, just kind of tired of watching the market this week. It becomes a test of patience to wait for your setup, and the ones that do set up are just not playing. So I'm going to give this another minute, see what happens around this level. Do we really start to slice back through this into the zone? That would give me absolutely nothing. We find a little bit of support here. Maybe we want to try it long. We'll check that out. But if you guys got trading questions, feel free, ask them in the chat. If you are new here, we've got a free Discord. I have a free Discord where it's not a VIP feeder program, not a signals program, not Wall Street bets. Focused community, over 1,000 traders, almost 1,200 traders. Live trading almost every day, sharing my charts, analysis, all the information I have that goes into my trading. News every day, let you know, hey, we got 8:30 CPI news, tagging everybody, making you aware. Hopefully you're not on the wrong side of that. So feel free to hop in. If you're looking to work one-on-one with a coach, I do that as well. That is my one paid program. Don't get scammed. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on LinkedIn. Instagram, verified. Twitter, verified. Here on YouTube. All the same name, profile picture. I won't send you DMs. I don't want to manage your cryptocurrency or sell you an indicator or some other random BS. I literally now have, I won't DM you first in my name on Discord. So, what's good, Zach? Killed the AM session. Another XFA in the bag. Very nice, Andre. Very nice. I am happy to hear it, man. I saw some of those trades. Awesome, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. What's up, man? Just wondering what your method of trading is. I won't take too much time to go back through and explain everything start to finish, my brother. I have about 100 days of live trading, hours and hours and hours of me trading and explaining that. Feel free to check it out on YouTube and hop in the Discord. But it is discretionary, price action and market structure, volume, areas of interest, order flow. That is the quickest way that I could describe my trading. Trading pretty much exclusively ES here on the low time frames. But yeah, man, we'll be happy to have you in the Discord, happy to have you in the community. If you watch my stuff, you got more questions about my levels, entries, anything, feel free. You can ask away. Yeah, again, like long up here, you know, I'm not defeated, but we get days like this, and again, just not a lot. Just not a lot for me to trade off of. This is not traditionally, in my humble opinion, what you see from the U.S. indices. You typically see some chop, tighter range back and forth. If you do extend to one side, you typically get some follow through. Maybe you get a deep pullback. It can be a little tricky on where to find an entry to continue with that. But you typically don't get big just expansion, right? You know, push up, push down below lows, push up above highs, this type of price action. What I would call expansion can be pretty difficult to trade, right? Here's your nice clean downtrend. Let's do some basics of market structure. Here's your nice clean uptrend, right? Here would be somewhat of a range. Maybe we're chopping like this, back and forth. Maybe we wick up above a high. Maybe we come back down in. We continue lower. You know, we get stuff like that. This is what I would call an expanding range. We push down, pull back up to the top of the range, crack down below the low, come back up here, crack up above the high, come back down here, crack down below the low, come back up here, crack up above the high. Difficult. Very difficult. About here where we get below the lows and we start to get structure, I'm looking to trade to the downside. Get smoked on that. We come back up. You stay flexible. Get ready to go long. We're up above all the important levels up here. And you get smoked on that. Everything in between can kind of be no man's land. You're just within the range, especially if it is super duper tight trending within there. If you do have something to trade, it's hard to structure risk. Find a good invalidation point. That's kind of what we've been looking at the last couple days. Again, if I zoom out on this bad boy, jump to like a 30-minute. Tough. It looks like we want to overall potentially make a run for the upside, like higher time frame perspective, maybe towards the end of the week into next week. Maybe this is all we needed to do. Come back down here, get close to this low, check all of these lows and then come up. We come back down and come in, or we just chop around. It is really just that difficult expansion. But again, this type of daily profile, not it for me, guys. Not it. Not what I see often. Not what I look to trade when I trade. Again, I'm trying to look and do my review here. Maybe as you crack back up here, you get this pullback and then continuation. You're looking to get long, stop loss right below here, and that's a play. I'm probably at least waiting if we come all the way back up into the range, because I see so many of these days where we pull this type of move. We come back within prior day low. We really don't even get over the lows of the news. We're just checking these out. It's a big pullback, and we're going to continue lower. So I'm really looking short up until about this area, in which I wasn't trading. Done about 11:30 today. Now, maybe you're getting long up on this. Break and retest of all of these levels up here. Like we said, giving us the opportunity to get long right down here on this break and retest, maybe targeting this next area. Liquidity up here at 29. Looks like we want to go and grab that. I just don't have a lot of conviction to trade this type of structure. But again, a lot of guys in my community did well. This is obviously what they were looking for. Saw guys getting short way up here. Great play if you pulled one of those. That's awesome. Saw guys getting long over here as we came back up into the range. Again, I think that could be a move, especially after something like this right here. I was done after my stop out right about here, 11:30. So maybe flipping long and looking to take it long, but honestly, I'm probably not looking long until we get way up here. But 2:05 p.m. Eastern. Whoa, don't want to do any of that. 2:05 p.m. Eastern. We'll see what we get towards the end of the session here. See what you guys got going on. Thanks for hopping on. All of you that are on here, I appreciate you guys. Feel free, hit like and subscribe. Feel free not to. Free means free. If you think I suck, you can tell me that too. Do you think they're going to lower the interest rates again soon? I don't know, and I will tell you that I really don't care too much about the fundamentals. Not that I don't care about them. I don't use them too much. I'm pretty technical. I'm an analyst, technical analyst, really to the core. I don't weight a lot of fundamentals. I don't try to find the why behind price movements. I just look at the chart and pay attention to, historical price, and utilize that for my trading. I'll be aware of news events. I'll be aware of, big speakers, things like the election, certain trends and anomalies that seem to occur based on fundamentals. If we have massive geopolitical, issues or conflict, I try to stay aware of that. But I'm not anticipating fundamentals, deciding I think they're going to cut the rates. And if they cut the rates, I think it should do this to the market. And then if it does that, does the people behind the market interpret it that way, and it's perceived that way, and then it is baked into price that way. Tried to do that for a long time in Forex, over the years, and did not find it really helped me. So just focusing on price action. in a really simplified way is the way I try to go about it. The fundamental prep that I do every day is I check an economic calendar. I mark out high impact news events, and I anticipate volatility ahead of those. Don't try to predict them. What's up? What's up? Roller coaster of a day again. Madness. Yeah, man. Just madness. Back and forth. Back and forth. Yeah, a bunch of nonsense. Not, again, I don't like to generalize and say something is typical or irregular, because I think, like, you know, how do you quantify that? The market's often so irregular and irrational. But this is not traditionally what I see during a profile of market structure for ES here on the 1 minute chart. You will typically get chop near the ranges set in overnight and yesterday. You will typically get extension to the downside and then continuation. If you do get rotation back into the range, it usually just doesn't blast up higher, break initial balance high, and then continue running like we're seeing right now. So, you know, you could call that irregular if you want, but just not a lot to work with. Nothing to work with, man. Which can start to get frustrating and start to get tiring, like you're getting tested. I'm in XFAs. I want to get trading in. 2 back-to-back no trade days. Again, not common. Garbage structure, at least by my terms. Again, my opinion. A lot of guys did well on this stuff. But garbage for me and my approach. And you are ending up flat, ending up break even, ending up with small losses. It can get pretty damn tiring. But you try to preserve capital, watch the market, you know, gain experience, note that this stuff does happen, decide how you want to handle it, and live to fight another day. You know, get ready to put risk on when it makes sense. Combine here, this looked like it would have been the play. Pullback and continuation to the upside. Maybe we're getting long after some support right there. I don't see much, guys. Well, don't see much. Hi, Zach. I wanted to ask, never saw such a reversal after so strong down. How can you explain that? I think 2 was a sweep before going back in an uptrend. I don't know. Again, I think like the way that guys try to over-explain like why something happened can also be not so helpful. Again, in general, I don't see this type of structure. I think if you backtest and you look at the chart, this is not terribly common. Why it happens? Sellers are in control and then buyers are in control. You know, it's an auction system. There are drivers behind it. I try not to trouble myself and understand why, because I don't feel it helps. I just trade the chart. But in general, again, after we are up here, I'm looking long. Felt like this news was absorbed to the upside. Looked like we wanted to break out. We're cracking above these highs. This looked like a nice pullback. This was my thought process throughout the morning. Potentially looking to get long here. Didn't take it. Just wanted to wait for some kind of move up. Kept me out there. Was thinking about trying along over here if we found some resistance around yesterday's low. The low of these zones. Tested multiple times. Right? I like that area. Kept myself out of that trade as well. Now I'm looking short. Right? Short right here, because typically I know, hey, we are absolutely selling off. Sellers in control. Buyers are not able to hold this stuff up. Any liquidity is getting absorbed. We're cracking below everything looking left. This looks to the downside. Short over here, break even, stop out, and then done. And then all the way back up into the range. So why did we need to come lower like this? Why did we turn on a dime here with, again, this really like U-shaped turnaround in a way that you typically don't see in the markets? I don't know. Don't have an answer there. All the way back up. Bullish. Bulls in control. Getting bought up. Let's go back to Bookmap. Yeah, liquidity above. Looks like we want to go and grab that. Every little pullback that has some volume behind it is getting bought up. And we are drifting higher. We have a huge move to the upside. A large trading range here. Like if we look at the daily, get rid of that wick. Take a look at that bad boy. Nice size candle, right? and a long wick to the downside on the daily. Again, so just on the lower time frames, discussing it, this looks like a bullish move, from a higher time frame perspective. We cracked all the way down near, near this low, and now we've pushed all the way back up above these highs. This looks like a take everybody out and then, run for the hills long. So I'm not going to form that high time frame bias, but I am aware of what's going on. This looks like a move higher. Maybe we need to kind of come back down in before we continue up. If we turned on a dime and continued lower and continued expanding, again, I think it's just less and less common that you see that type of stuff. And, that's all we have to trade off of, right, as technical traders. Historical price action that we study. And, I messed up my chart. But yeah, not a super fun week as far as trading goes. But again, some guys killed it. So I try to keep an open mind and say, what works for me and what I like to see, you might like the opposite. But yeah, I don't know. That's the answer to that. Don't know. I try not to trouble myself with the why behind price movements, but the last few days just looked like that slow drift anticipation of news. If we were going to get kicked into action today to the downside, looks like the continuation would have been in store. I joked around a couple times and said, imagine if we saw a complete just tight drift all the way back up to the upside, breaking above every level and just continuing up. How ridiculous would that be? And that's exactly what happened. This was the low, washed it down here. Here was kind of the first starting to bottom out. Just not easy, but that's part of trading, man. Sometimes the market just does stuff that you would think is irrational, that you would not expect to happen. And, most of the time it's where you take your losses, right? But yeah, just funny to watch this stuff. Again, if you guys got trading questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna hang out and watch the markets, see if something decides to set up, give me some direction, decide where I would like to trade. Oh, excuse me. Hang out for a little bit, see if we can't get some combine trading in. Painful ass week of price action. Giving me garbage setups. Garbage setups, man. Show you guys what I'm looking at on Bookmap. My favorite order flow tool. You've got your depth of market right here, current order book, price levels. This is live market liquidity, resting orders in the market on the bid and ask. This is what I'm looking at right here. This is an indication that we have quite a bit of liquidity sitting here. Here it is on the order book itself. This is just algorithmic liquidity bands that track price to the upside and downside. Not really much to pay attention to there at all. Kind of just get in the way, if anything. This is an area that I would say price may like to come up and tag. Above and below that, if I zoom way out, you'll see that bad boy down there. Big stack of liquidity on the book, way below price. Been there for a few days. Not something really that I'm paying attention to on a day-to-day basis. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's get back here. Zoom out a little bit. You'll see guys run this chart very, very differently than me. Some of them will zoom in quite a bit more. They will display the chart like that. They're looking at, much closer up price levels, areas where orders coming on and off the book. I'm looking at really just simple, clear areas of interest on the chart. Something that might not be above or below a high, like this one, is actually below. It's before the high looking left, where we might have a big stack of liquidity. That is Bookmap. Yeah, I'm going to watch this one for a little bit with you guys, but not too excited. Not too excited about it. I know it's been some boring trading. No trades, really. You know, if I'm not taking anything. But there's not much to trade. You know, if you guys are super scalping and you're going off of real small structure and stuff like that, that's awesome, man. I think you could make a lot happen. Maybe on a day like today, where you really could care less about big levels. You're not paying attention so much to the higher time frame movement. You're looking really zoomed in on price, and you're just shooting for, you know, a few ticks, a few points in either direction. You got some definite, you know, extension type of movement that you could work with on this structure. Outside of that, I don't know. I'm impressed with you guys that did well. I really am. Throw this in. Oh man. If you got trading questions, though, while we're hanging out, man, you got a trade idea, you got something you want me to yap about, feel free, ask away. I'm going to lean on you guys on this one because I don't have too much. Analysis and watching the markets. We have, let's talk about Forex Factory. Let's talk about news. We have not much for the rest of the day here today. This is my favorite financial news site. Very simple. We have PPI unemployment claims tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. That is red folder for USD. That can potentially cause an increase in volatility ahead of the open. 101, we got another bond auction. Not too crazy. We had one today, and it wasn't too crazy. Got one tomorrow in the afternoon. Nothing too crazy. So would really just be looking at this 8:30 to watch for. And then 10 a.m., we've got a little bit of orange folder news on Friday. So nothing crazy the rest of the week. This is definitely something to watch out for. If you trade pre-market, pre-New York session open, I'd watch that. But outside of that, not too much more to worry about. Looking to see if we can break out of this area. Broke to the upside, man. I'm interested to see what happens overnight ahead of that unemployment. And then interested to see tomorrow's price action. Are we going to run for the hills? Is this going to be, on a higher time frame if I zoom way out again? Is this going to be the low that was put in? Is this the really bullish price action that we're looking for that's going to take us higher? So far, objectively, that's what it looks like, right? Daily candle, huge doji, wick to the downside, and then a close bullish, close green on the day. That's what this looks like. I don't want to form higher time frame biases. I don't find them too helpful. I do like to pay attention to where we are at in higher time frame market structure. If we were going to move lower, here was the chance. If we're going to continue this move to the downside, pull back up and continue, or just sell right off like it looked like we were going to do today. Why are we back above all the highs day over day over day? Coming to challenge this high from last week. We crack above this. This will be line in the sand number 1. These will be lines in the sand number 2, getting above these highs, coming back up to the bottom of this range that we were in for quite a while, this area of consolidation. But we continue this move to the upside. I'm looking long. Again, take it into consideration, market structure, price action for that day, of course. Yo, what is up, Austin? How are we doing, man? What's going on? What's going on? Watching this silly market structure, man. That's what I got happening today. That's what I got happening. Zach, the chat is quiet, probably because there's an issue with YouTube. Not able to type in the chat. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry to hear that, man. See on my end. Yeah, we look straight on my end. Quiet on this stream though. You know, I got no trade on. I got nothing that's really setting up for me. I'm gonna hang out and watch it for a while, but this is some silly price action, man. Some silly structure. Not giving me too much to work with here. Some YouTube glitch, most likely. I feel you, man. Glad it's working for you, though. Yeah. But on that ASFX comment, if you guys aren't aware, I have a podcast out with Austin Silver at ASFX. It's an awesome conversation, about an hour long. I go into a lot of the history, me getting into trading, some stuff that's helped me, some struggles. And if you're interested in me, my program, you know, what I do here, that's a great conversation. Austin and his team, awesome set of guys. Outside of us looking very similar and getting a lot of those comments, he is a serious trader. His team is serious. Very similar setups that we look for, but awesome. If you want to check his stuff out, ASFX YouTube. He is Austin Silver on IG, on Twitter, all the main platforms. But shout out to Austin Silver. I have him to thank for a lot of awesome introductions this year, man. Consolidating, chopping, again, area of liquidity up here on Bookmap, that's really all I have to look at. This right here, I don't know that I want to just arbitrarily trade towards that. It's not really a clean setup for me based on structure. Above these highs, long is my play, but man, this is just not it for me, guys. Again, another one, another day. I'm going to get the low of day anchored VWAP. I mean, we're above everything. Even if you threw a trend line on here, you know, we're going to look very bullish pretty much by all metrics. Yeah, this setup really would have wanted a stop loss below here, right? If I'm buying into the selling pressure, I'm not going to run a 5-point stop loss here on a day like today. Volatile, we got movement. I'd have to get way below here. I'd be targeting that level of liquidity or past at very best. Just looking at right when I hopped on, I was saying this was setting up for a potential break and retest if we wanted to get long. That looks like it would have been the best opportunity to take a trade. I'm not going to take a breakout to the upside of this, although that's another play. Price breaking out, fresh highs getting put in, low below the most recent level of structure. But this is tough. We'll chill on this one today. A tick a day. That's it, man. Scalping away. What's going on, man? Welcome back in. Appreciate you guys being here on this interesting market structure type of a day. I really do. Again, I'll shout it out. Free Discord, live trading almost every day, analysis with my charts, explanation of what I'm looking at, all my levels. You get that for free. You could hop in there and ask me questions. News every day, moderated community, almost 1,200 members in there. Let's see how many we actually have. Let's be accurate with our statements. 1151. I kept a kick out at least one scammer a day, even though I put I won't DM you first in my name. People are still using that same name and they actually put I won't DM you first and they send a DM, which is, I think, hysterical. Only so much I could do. If you get scammed by an imposter that has I won't DM you first in their name and then they DM you first, they DM you and say, oh, I know I don't DM you first in my name, but I'm going to do it now. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't think I could help you very much. But that's part of running that free community. Outside of that, we'll be live the rest of the week on here. I don't know, man. I'm thinking tomorrow we get some more regular price action and structure. I'm thinking that news prints, market makes a decision, and we get a big move for Thursday. That's my pure speculation bias that I'm not going to marry. But But I'm taking the same setups that I take every day, and there has not been a lot of them. A couple that I took today that ended break even or L were valid for me, so I'm taking those every day. Chopping around, man. Bunch of chop. Check back out. Hop on another financial news site real quick. There we go. Pushing up into liquidity. Let's see. Long at the retest would have been an okay setup. But again, I usually go for the entry on the breakout, right? The pullback, entry at the breakout, stop loss below. And with this type of structure and extension, man, it's just not in the cards. Let's see. Do we come up to the 30s? That's what I'm watching right up here, guys. We got some liquidity on Bookmap. Looks like it's staying on the book. Not a massive amount, but something. Yeah, this looks like it wants to go. Looks like it wants to go check out the 30s. Break above, fresh highs of the session. Really just continuing this drive higher. Sellers not stepping in at any point. I'm tempted to take this long now, just into this liquidity. I really am. Not a good way to structure risk. That's what's holding me back. Stop loss below here, at very least, right? Like, why would I throw a stop loss right here? That's not a clean invalidation point. Right below here, maybe if you want to run it super duper tight, I would really, at the very least, want to be down here, and that doesn't give me anything to work with. So opportunity was here on the pullback. Following this trend, pushing to the upside. If we had this thesis that we were going to continue this move to the upside, which looks like is what is playing out for this afternoon. There we go. Volume behind this. What's up, Juan? How are we doing, my man? Chilling out here on a Wednesday, watching this ridiculous market structure play out. How'd you do today, Juan? As I'm watching Bookmap over here on the side. Again, this is what I'm looking at, guys. This stuff right up here. This level that came on the book and has stayed pretty dang heavy. Watching to see if we come into that and what happens if we do. Yeah, man, this is This is interesting. Do we get caught buying the high here? Is that going to be the play? Again, I got to get some damn trading in on these combines. You'll probably see me copy trade across some 50Ks and then eventually 150Ks in the afternoons because I'm focusing on XFAs in the morning. But this has just been painfully slow this week. Close the day in profit. Feel very proud of following my plan, taking one step at a time. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. That's very nice. Glad to hear that, Juan. That's all you can do, man. Follow the plan. Stick to your rules. Stick to your risk management. That's what you need to ask yourself at the end of the day. Not, did I, make money today? Did I lose money today? Did I lose a trade, win a trade? Did I follow my plan? Did I do what I set out to do that I know has a quantifiable edge in the market? Or did I just go and gamble and YOLO and then end up green or red? That's not going to work in the long run. We know that doesn't work. So, well done, man. This is not normal volume. It's not even power hour. Some news, maybe. That's what I was looking at real quick, but I didn't see anything. There you go. Coming up into this level of liquidity. Let's see. I didn't see anything that would be a cause for concern, like data release or anything like that I pay attention to. But we're coming to check this high out. This zone is coming off of this high right here. First high looking left before this really nice impulsive move to the downside. So pretty important level. Looks like we're going to come up, check this out, maybe crack above, maybe find some resistance, maybe just continue this move higher like it looks like we've been trying to do all day. But this is the next zone that I have marked out. This high right here corresponding with this big area of back and forth trading, quite a bit of volume traded right here. And again, we're a point or two away from a level of liquidity that I've been watching on Bookmap. Thesis would have played for a long off this level. This overnight high level. That would have been it. And holding through this looks like it would have been the play. Again, was considering as we started to have this move back up to try to find a way to get long. Just not a way to structure this in a way that makes sense. Unless I'm going to shoot for the immediate move up. Let's see. Liquidity still there. Didn't come up into it. Rejecting first. Let's see what ES has in store for us today. What kind of nonsense it has in store. Let's see, man. Blew a couple of my 50Ks today on breaker structure retesting, retest lower. Oh, sorry. Blew a couple of my 50Ks today on break of structure retest looking to go lower and pass them. But I was expecting either pass or fail. That's cool. As long as that's your strategy, you do your thing. This week has been difficult. Yeah. Only combines. Midnight. Did you get run over today, Zach? Or let's see what this says underneath here. No, I did not get run over today. Or why are you so upset with the market today? I did not get run over today. This is ugly garbage structure by my subjective opinion. This type of push all the way down and then pull all the way back up, this type of expansion and then tight trend in both directions, doesn't give me much to trade off of. It can be frustrating to sit through, and hopefully you don't take, setups that are potentially presenting themselves that would end in losses. But this is not what I typically see, and I'm not upset with the market. It's just, it can be not frustrating, but what's the word for this? could be a test. It could be a test to sit here and watch this. About the time that we're breaking to the downside here, like this gentleman said, nice break of structure, continuing the downside, we turn on a dime. Don't pull back. Don't continue anything to test these lows. Just drift higher. And we've seen that for the last couple days. We saw this back and forth movement here yesterday. Drift all the way down and then all the way back up past the highs. Again, not really common. And then we saw it here. Push up at the open, above everything looking left, following bullish structure from pre-market. Big sell-off to the downside, blasting through VWAP, breaking below lows, everybody looking to get short. Turn on a dime, all the way back up past the highs. And then a nice cup turn back down for the afternoon, all the way back down into the range. So this stuff, by my standards and the way that I trade, my approach is not fun to trade. I typically take L's. I am proud of the way that I did not the last couple days. Just sat on my hands, was able to identify. Wow, look at that. Able to identify just not ideal market conditions. Keep myself out of trades. When I was looking to get short, it was about the time when it turned. So waited that out. But the market moves and you're not in on it. You got to remember that you're not trying to catch every movement. But it's still going to be difficult to watch, even if you've done it for quite a long time. Day over day, hours and hours each day. You're focused up. You're looking for your setup, waiting to hit that buy or sell button, and you really just got to stay resilient, stay patient. Yeah, but this is pushing all the way back up. So hopefully that answers that question. But I got a question for you, my man, and I think you know what that question is. When are we going to get those receipts? We looking at those receipts, my man. Today looks about the same as yesterday. Big drop. Yeah. Again, I made a joke like yesterday and Monday. Again, not really common to see that type of structure, but we've got it again today. So I do my best when we see that type of stuff to not create this. We suffer from this recency bias, right? Like information that we just saw, we are biased to think that that's going to happen again. And it can be a pretty big downside in trading because you get days like Monday and Tuesday and you say, oh man, you know what? Every time it's on its way down and it breaks below a low, it's been turning up. So instead of following my plan and selling into selling pressure and downtrend structure below every level, I'm going to start buying the dip for no reason at all. Today happened to be one of those times where it would have worked out pretty nicely for you. What played out the last couple of days played out again today. You can see some of those patterns repeat in the market, but I was literally joking about this earlier today, and I would be any other day that I see this. I'd be joking about it tomorrow again. So we'll continue to watch. Again, buy down here would have been the play. Just continuing the move, looking for a pullback. All the way up through liquidity. Pushing all the way up back through. Above the high, gnarly run to the upside, man. Just watching Bookmap over here on the side. It ate up what was up there. Filled, didn't look like a ton. Do we see some kind of rejection here? Past the high? Like, what is NQ doing? Let's see. About the same, man. Even more strong. NQ way stronger. The way that I'm looking at this. Yeah. What a structural nightmare. Drift to the upside. No, it's interesting to watch, man. I really do get a kick out of the markets. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get anything off this, guys. That was my shot down here. If I was just going to anticipate this continuing and look to break above and trade into this level of liquidity, that was my chance right here. Not having conviction today. So far into the trend that developed from 1030, no serious pullbacks, wide stop loss that I'd have to have for an invalidation level. Buying into selling pressure, really the only way to make that work. What did that look like on the 5-minute? Yeah, trading below prior bar low, that would have been the play. There's a move that you could pull. I was talking about this earlier with the guys that I work with. If you are looking for a way to get into a really tight trending market, and when you look at the 1 minute, you're not getting pullbacks to, lows. You're not getting breaks and retests so much. Here's a break maybe of this low here. You're not retesting. That one is a nice break and retest right there. But you want to just find a way in. A move that I've seen a lot of guys do is sell above prior bar high in a downtrend, buy below prior bar low in an uptrend. I wouldn't do it on the 1 minute. It's just too back and forth. The 5-minute on ES seems to work okay. Again, you're looking for a bar that trades above prior bar high to take a sell. So that bad boy right there would have been an entry. Again, just kind of looking for a pullback and a continuation. Right here would have been another entry, continuation. This is where it would have started to fail as the move turned. If you're in an uptrend, same thing. Really, really tight trending uptrend. You're not seeing pullbacks. You want to find a way into the market up here. You're going to look for a 5-minute bar that trades below, and you're going to get an entry right below that 5-minute bar. Run a fairly wide stop loss, maybe below the next 5-minute bar, or an equal distance from your entry signal. Again, kind of a price action based way to trade. It can be tough because you're buying into selling pressure or selling into buying pressure, but that's somewhat what you're looking to do in a really tight trending market. And for the most part today, that would have played really, really nicely. Again, something to consider, not really a move that I pull, just something to look at. Yeah, not it. Not it, boys. That's what I got. Press the buy and sing the national anthem. It's hysterical, man. Yeah, maybe you're the first one that said that. Every time I see this PA, I keep thinking of people who got trapped. Sometimes I'm part of that. Yeah, for sure. It's uptrending right now. That shouldn't surprise you. NQ, sky's the limit. You won't let me mentor you, so I have to get something out of it. No, man, you went out on a limb and you said that you made 60K. You were disputing something that I said, and you claimed to have receipts. So I ask everybody the same stuff in my community. Stand on business, man. If you have something that you want to talk about and discuss, specifically from your trading, that you can say, hey, this is what works, provide some receipts for that. Otherwise, just say, I was full of shit, and I don't have receipts for that, so I'm not going to speak about it. But I don't think that you do, and that's okay, man. But if you do, feel free. Hop in the chat and put all that out for everybody to see in a nice, clear way. And why don't we make a little bet? No. Here's the bet. I will come on here and I will say, hey, this guy Midnight in my chat has a serious strategy. He's shown me receipts, proven over a long number of times doing this, that I can verify, and he has a way to make money, YOLOing XFAs. That's what we can do, my brother. Otherwise, you can keep your bed and you're mentoring me and me shaving my beard, whatever funny stuff that you like to say. So that's my thought process there, brother. But I get a lot of guys that come in, you could imagine, and tell me they have all these different ways of doing things, and I give everybody the time of day. I do. I think there's more than one way to do this. It's what I really believe. But I ask you to stand on business. Show some receipts, especially if you claim to have receipts about it. No reason not to. Not enough for me. Lol, but okay, cool. Awesome, man. No, that's cool. Everybody here and in the chat will just assume, like everybody else that comes in and posts a big green P&L or makes an outrageous claim, that you don't have anything to back that up. Otherwise, you would just show it. Really simple. And I'll give you credit for it. Otherwise, I'm going to use the information that I have to talk about trading in the way that I think helps most people. So, prove me wrong. No problem, man. Mentoring me or whatever. I don't know what that's going to do for me. Yeah, this is just the slow drift higher, man. Slow drift higher. Not going to give me a way in, and I don't think I'm going to look to buy it up here. Let's see. Why are you hiding P&L? Zach, I don't use a combine and try to pretend I am seriously trading while hiding P&L. Now that's pathetic. There we go, man. That's the hate that I wanted to see. No, it is the hate. Listen, bro, I understand that you're upset. It's okay. You came in here and you've spoken a lot. You've kind of, because I'm going to kick you soon. You've tried to discredit a couple things that I've said, and we've had this conversation a couple times. Here's where we can end it. Otherwise, I'll discredit it and I'll just kick your butt out of here. Put the receipts that you claimed in the free Discord for everybody to see, or just stop yapping. Simple as that. I recently changed my balance, minimum loss limit, resting P&L, all that stuff to be blocked out and display my entries as ticks. So I don't even have the psychology of thinking about running profit. Used to do it in Forex, listening to the mental game of trading again. Really, really awesome book. Highly recommend it. But I will show you guys P&L and numbers and talk about all that stuff in Discord. Cool. Peace out, bro. I'll see you later. Just stand on business. Simple as that. Here, we'll make it easy. Bye-bye, midnight. Let's see. There we go. Peace out. Guys, simple stuff. So we don't turn into Wall Street bets, or guys come in and post these big green P&Ls and have no information or backing up of what they're sharing. It sets unrealistic expectations for others, and it's just not helpful. Now, I am very patient with it because there's so much out there and there's so many different ways to do this. And you might have this new way that I've never seen before. So who am I to say using the sun's rays? Because this was a guy who was posting YouTube videos for a long period of time before he mouthed off with a whole bunch of hate speech and I had to remove him from the community. That I asked everybody to stay patient so he could explain how he was using Gann's theory and the sun's rays to create these massive returns, and he started to do it. He actually started to do it. Again, before he mouthed off because people were questioning him with a bunch of hate speech and I had to kick him out. If you're going to share in a nice, helpful way and respectful way, I'm going to ask you to back up what you're talking about. Not even with like P&Ls or number. If you're sharing P&Ls, then yeah. But like just your trading, if you want to share a trade idea, share a chart with that. Share your explanation for why you're taking those trades. Otherwise, it's not helpful. It's just useless. So that gentleman specifically in here made a bold claim about it's not stupid to YOLO XFAs. They're made to YOLO. And he said he made $60,000 doing it, and he had receipts. Just post those, man. Just post those receipts. No problem. We don't have to make it a whole big thing. Otherwise, you don't have to share. You don't have to share any of your stuff. You could hang out here and just take what I'm saying. But if you're going to challenge what I'm saying, or we're going to have a discussion about it, back that up. Back it up with something, with some form of substance. That's what you guys would want from me. So, but again, paper trading or not trading anything. If you guys haven't seen, I post all my stuff live. I'm on here trading live. I show you guys my XFA's losses. I'm literally, again, I talked about taking a loss today and being red. I'm going to show you the loss in Discord with the screenshot, with the P&L. Just recently, over the last few days, I put all of this in streamer mode. TopstepX has a really cool feature where you could block all this stuff out and you can run your stop loss and take profit in ticks. Now, this is something that I used to do in Forex. And with a US regulated broker trading on TradingView, I really didn't even have to worry about running P&L. I don't find it helpful to have it in front of my face. And what I found in XFAs is I'm shooting for this $200 a day green P&L. Even after all these years of doing it, you have to ask yourself, are you flashing information in front of your face that is not helpful to making the best trading decision? If the answer is yes, why are you doing that? Is it an ego thing? Is it a display thing? Maybe in the future, just because guys want to see it and for marketing, and to be able to show you're able to manage risk in a certain way, I will put that up. As I'm executing live on here with a certain number of contracts and with a certain tick size, you'll know the risk. It's very simple math. I do the risk management up front, enter the trade, and it's pretty obvious, right? You could just do the simple math. How many ticks to how much contract size you're here on micros. It shows that. Also, if I was green or red, it will also show one of these as green or red. So you'll know that starting out as well. But yeah, that's my thought process there. Try to just get tunnel vision as best you can. I don't want additional information flashing in my face. I'm going to test that. It was kind of just a nice reminder listening to the mental game of trading again. And here I'm talking about having multiple parts of your brain. There's an emotional piece. I don't know the names of them. You guys can read that book. Jared Tendler. It's an awesome book. Emotional piece of the brain and decision-making, critical thinking piece of the brain. The emotional part of the brain, even if it's very well controlled and you have this resilience, starts to block out the decision-making, the critical thinking piece of the brain. And he talks about focusing on only what you need to make really good trading decisions, or at least that's how I interpreted it. So I've watched guys not even use a position tool, enter a trade on their trading platform and literally just throw a line for their entry specifically so they can do that. It just removes all of the thought process that you're even in a trade, even though you have money on the line, even though that you're in a trade. There's no big red flashing P&L. There's no dollars moving. If you're not going to use that information for dynamic risk management, or there's some reasons that you might, maybe you don't have that up on the screen. So I'm always looking to improve in a ego type of way. I could care less if I have $1,000 or 50 ticks flashing on the screen. If it's important, or I find it's important for my community, maybe I'll change that up. But that's the change that I've made for this week. And again, specifically through review, I've asked myself, hey, why did you close some of these that were moving into profit just before take profit, or maybe at a level that you started to justify yourself that maybe the trade's going to turn around past $200 in profit? Well, because you've got this new dynamic of the XFAs needing a $200 green days, and it's very appealing to close those trades out right at that $200 level. Now, there's a strategy behind doing that, and I started out that way, and I've kind of shifted to say, you know what, I'm just going to trade the chart, and I'll hold my trades farther into profit or back down to break even maybe, in pursuit of those larger wins if the objective price action and market structure is showing me to do that, because I know that's what's going to work in the long run. And that's what I feel is going to be the most helpful thing. So, yeah, it's the reason behind that. Nope. No verified track record, third-party audited. No, sir. You could hop in the free Discord and check out all my trades that way. You could hop on here and watch me trade live. That's what I give to you guys. $200 daily trading target, 3 to 5 MNQ, cutting losses, at least $60. Letting it run, then you can't talk, sorry. No, all good, dude. You make that decision. That's totally for you. Peace out, bro. $200 daily trading target. $200 target trading 3 to 5 MNQ, cutting losses at latest $60. Let it run in my direction. Give me about 6 green days. Nice, man. Very nice. No chill trades. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just an idiot on YouTube. If you go back and listen, you will hear all of that at the beginning and end of my videos. None of this is trading advice or a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. This is for entertainment purposes only. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. You're probably going to lose money. There you go, bro. Anything else that you have? Nope. This is a lot of hate, though. Bring it on, though. This is fun. If you guys are here, I usually don't get this much hate, but I appreciate it. I figured that was coming again from Midnight, that he had been yapping a lot. But chill trades. Anything else, man, that you'd like to add? Maybe. I got nothing setting up, guys. Otherwise, I would tell you, I'm just going to block you guys and not be distracted by it. But I got nothing setting up. Slow drift to the upside. 3 o'clock coming in. Power hour. Do I think I'm going to get a trade drifting all the way to the upside before the close? No. Nope. I do not. Not looking for a break and retest. Here, this was an opportunity down here, retesting these levels. But no, I don't think I'm going to get anything else. Like your trading style, bro. Appreciate that, man. Dakota on Top Step also uses a tick chart. Also uses ticks in positions rather than dollar amount. Yeah, man. It's a fine move. First time I've seen this much hate. Cool, man. I mean, if you're banning just for people for criticism, then you're definitely not going to make it to being sponsored by Top Step. No, I'm asking you to just ask. Are you, do you have anything to add other than I'm not a financial advisor and I can't talk? If you have anything to add, that's fine. Otherwise, I think you're just yapping away. You're not asking questions about trading. I don't know. You're just questioning. I live trade, and that's my transparency. So if you have anything else to add, or you don't find that that's good for you, then, just head out. No worries. But I think you might be the same guy. I think you might be Midnight, and I think you might be back with another account, because you hopped right back in and started with the hate right away. So kind of interesting. You have a similar profile picture and you type the same way. So I don't know. I think you might be the same guy. Why don't you let me show you real? Oh, there we go. What's up, Midnight? How you doing, dude? Welcome back. Bro, could you imagine hopping off of YouTube and then getting on a second account just to come back and do the same bullshit? Damn, bro. Listen, hop in the Discord. I'll help you out, man. I'll help you out. I'd be happy to. This is fun, guys. Sorry for getting off track with this bullshit, but that's what happens sometimes. Why don't you let me show you? Yeah, show me, dude. Show me. Hop in the Discord, and you could trade live. It'll be great. We'll do it together. But for now, peace out, bro. Let's go to your channel. It's a picture of you in front of a Corvette and a weird Cameron Smith name with a picture of a house and a pool that I'm sure is not yours. But yeah, bro, run it live. I'll check it out. Shoot me the link, and I would be happy to see that. But for now, Midnight, I'm going to kick your sad ass out here again. See you later, bro, and thank you for nothing. Let's get that done. And now you're done. Yeah, no, that's all that is. Same dude. God, man, what a time suck. Yeah, guys, nothing on this one. If anybody has any other actual trading questions, feel free to ask away. I'd be happy to talk. Just a whole lot of nothing. Drift to the upside, really difficult structure to trade off of. This was one opportunity. I'm not going to call it a missed opportunity. Here would have been the setup. I'm usually not going to enter on on selling pressure coming all the way down. Would have had to have been something like this. I really wouldn't have wanted to enter just like that. That's way too tight for me. Would have had to have been something like this. 1-to-1 up here near this level of liquidity, even past it. That's not super exciting. So, whole lot of nothing. We'll see what we get tomorrow. More news at 8:30 a.m. Hopefully kicks the market into gear. And it kicked into gear today, but in this really difficult, again, for me, subjective opinion. Some guys killed it. A lot of guys in my Discord did really, really well. Yeah, interesting. Higher time frame. Look at this one more time. Kind of zoomed out. Cracking above this high. Yeah, interested to see what we get overnight. Interested to see if we pull back down somewhere around these highs, if we come back down and chop around this range before continuing up, if we don't continue up and we come all the way back down, if we pull what I would think is the least likely, at least for right now, and just rip to the downside, which is not off the table based on what we've seen this week. But we will attack that together tomorrow. You ever use high of day VWAPs? Yeah, man, I do. I like anchored VWAPs. This one that I'm running here is an anchored VWAP to prior day NYSE session at 9:30. I will use low of day, high of day anchored VWAPs. Like, let's say you are maybe looking for a short after we pull back up. You might say, hey, Zach, I know you were getting short over here, but I like to wait for low of day VWAP to be broken. Shows me when buyers or sellers in control, can kind of act as this dynamic support and resistance. I like it a little bit better than a trend line. You got volume weighted into it. So I do like high of day and low of day anchored VWAP, especially later in the session. Again, you could throw one like this. It can give you an entry, a way to get in. Throw one off the high. We're pulling back below it here on the 1-minute chart. You see it broken. Maybe you wait for some confirmation. Maybe you wait for a break and retest, and you can get trades off of it that way. But more recently, I've really just liked running. I almost always run a New York session for the morning. New York session VWAP. It just ends up being a lot of lines on the chart towards the afternoon. But I do like running standard session VWAP, just the indicator. Prior day NYSE session VWAP, kind of slower moving. You get all of the prior day session weighted into that. Can give you a little bit of reference as you're coming into the open, kind of where you're at in relation to that. And then the New York session VWAP at the open within the 15-minute opening range can help me out. I like that one. So hopefully that helps, my brother. Otherwise, I am going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys being here. Apologies for the annoyance on the hater in the room, but we'll handle that as it comes. I'm sure it won't be the last. I'm sure it will only be more. And yeah, combine trading chaos. Yeah, man. Sure, it will only be more. But I'm ready for all that. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you being here. Hop in the free Discord. Hit me up in there if you have questions. Otherwise, I'll be back here live trading again. We'll see what tomorrow brings. That's all I got to say on this structure. I will talk to you guys. He's setting up a new YouTube to come tomorrow. Yeah, man, he is. We'll see it. It's all good, man. We'll hear him, man. I don't know. Probably like a young kid, chip on his shoulder. He's got to come and bother everybody, but that's cool, man. It's all good. I will talk to you guys. I want to see an XFA. Yeah, man. Cameron Smith. Oh, it's him again. Oh my God, he's back a third time. Holy shit. Oh my God. All right, I'm out, guys. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to ban this kid before he comes back. I can't believe it, dude. That's a record. Man, you must really like me. I'm sorry to do it to you, dude, but you're out. Peace out, bro. No, wait, it's not me. It's the same fucking name. Oh my God, that's hysterical, dude. That is so funny. Oh man. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll keep the haters out of here, and we'll keep this trading focused. I'll see you guys. Thanks for being here. Have an awesome evening. Tomorrow, what are we doing? 12:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Back here again, live trading. Talk to you guys soon.